Right, afternoon guys, and welcome to WackysWanderings. We're in Chipping Camden. We're at the beginning of the Cotswolds Way. A quick thank you to all the people that sent condolences in regards to my father-in-law. This walk is dedicated to him, Henry Markowitz. And anyway, so let's get walking. Catch you later. Is this St James's Church, Chipping Camden. Beautiful. Right guys, let's take you down to the village. Lovely. Guys, there's just some little cottages just down from the church. They're lovely, look. This is the official start of the Cotswolds Way. Well guys, I've just had myself a lovely meal in this place here before I start my ventures. Right, here we go guys. We're leaving Chipping Camden. Bosh! And this is for Dover's Hill. That's where we've come from. And that's where we're going. Leaving Dover Hill, making our way to Broadway and Broadway Tower. That's where we've come from. That's where we're going. It's absolutely baking out in the sun. Oh, I'll graph that. But it's a lovely walk. So, yeah, just following this path now. Oh, thankful for a bit of shade. Wow, this is nice, isn't it? So, that's where we've come from. This is where we're going. Yeah. Whew. Well, that's where we come from, guys, all the way over there. It's a beautiful day, very warm. There you have it, guys, Broadway Tower. Well, guys, we got to the top. It's the top of Broadway Towers. And from here you get a 360 of most of the counties. And word of advice though, if you're wearing a large pack, take it off before you come up, because you'll come up on your hands and knees like I did. There we are. So, at the moment you're looking over the counties of Gloucestershire, Oxfordshire, Berkshire and Buckinghamshire. And as we move along, you're now looking over counties of Gloucestershire, Avon, Wiltshire and Gwent. I'll take you over to the far side now, over here. Look at this. Counties of Gloucestershire, Oxfordshire, Buckinghamshire, Warwickshire and Northamptonshire. These are the counties of Hereford, Worcestershire, Warwickshire, Leicestershire and Northamptonshire. This old brickwork there. Hereford, Worcestershire, Shropshire, Powers and Staffordshire. And then the last one, right, counties of Hereford and Worcestershire. It's quite grand up here actually. It's a £5 to get up here. Right. Here we are. So, I'm now going to put my pack on and go back down the stairs again. Look at it. How lovely. Dear. So, that's Broadway Tower, and well, that's good. Guess that, guys. I've got about an hour and a half worth of daylight, so I'm going to make my way into Broadway, the village, walk through Broadway, and there's a coppice just on the outskirts of it. Hopefully I can find somewhere to camp. So yeah, good day. I'll see you when we get there. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted, but it's been good. It's been good. Another good day. Cracking. Right, here we go. Let's have another look. There's a deer. Last look at Broadway Tower. Brilliant. Ah, look at this. God, how lovely is that? This is Broadway. Right, let's find somewhere to get my head down. Beautiful. Right guys, it's map time. You'll have to excuse the lighting. I'm in the tent and it's quite late now. It's about 8:30. So I've done 24,400 steps today, and we started in Chipping Campden at around about 2 o'clock and walked all the way round Chipping Campden, have a look at the sights. We then left Chipping Campden at about 3. Went off up into the hills. That first part of the climb, that's quite steep, and we got to that first trig point, and then we had those lovely views in the distance, and we came down and we started making our way towards Broadway Tower. So we come all the way down here, all the way around and down to Broadway Tower. Now can you see that? Sorry about that. Okay, so we came to Broadway Tower, and that's where we've got the 360 degrees of all the different counties, and so we left there and then we carried on making our way to Broadway, and we haven't gone really that far today, but it has been quite hard going because it's been really sunny. So we followed the track down, we come into Broadway. I tried to pick up some supplies at Budgeons, but I couldn't find any. So we left Broadway, and I'm now in these woods here. So yeah, it's been a good day. It's been hard, it's very warm. So I'm in my tent, and then tomorrow we carry off on the track, and we're off down this way, and we're going down to Stanton and beyond. Hi guys, that's where we've come from. It's 7:30 in the morning, and that's where we're going. So we're leaving Broadway and making our way to Stanway today. What's all that's about? Little stones on top of the posts. Oh, it don't look it guys, but it's nice steep. Right guys, we've just come off the hills and we're now in Stanton, and look at these buildings. How lovely is that? Now I've just replenished my water from a natural spring up the hill, and I've bumped into a young man also doing the walk. This is Glyn. Say hi Glyn.
Hello.
There he is. So Glyn's doing part of the Cotswolds Way.
It's verging on the picturesque. Hello. Very nice, isn't it?
I got myself a new cameraman. Good lad. Right, you be good, you be safe, you keep smiling. I'll catch you later.
Cheers.
Guys, Stanway House. Lovely. And over there, it's Stanway Church. Morning.
Morning.
Well guys, we're leaving Stanway, well behind now, and cool, that's a steep climb out of Stanway. Right guys, that's where we've come from, and was making our way to the monument, and this is it, Cromwell's Monument I believe it's called, and I would imagine when he stood up here and watched the Abbey burnt to the ground, these trees weren't in the way, because you can't see anything now. But yeah, there we are. Right, so we've come from up there of that style. And now we're going down this way. Now I found on the map there's a campsite in a place called Hayes Fruit Farm. Right, evening guys, so it's map day and you'll have to excuse the wind. It's only a short day today. I've done 19,883 steps. And right, so we started off Broadway Coppice, and then from there we followed the path through. That's quite a climb as we come down and around and all the way down. Yeah, I'll just move this part. Oh, that didn't half hurt. But anyway, so all the way round and up. So then we come to Stanton. That's a very small village, there's no amenities there at all. So I carried on and I went down to Stanway. So we followed this down here. And so we come down from up top here, through Stanway and down here, there. Okay. So that's Stanmore house that we saw, and there was a little church, and then there's a really steep climb as you come out through Stanway. This is really steep all the way up to the top. Unbelievably steep. Anyway, so then you turn on yourself, you come down around, and that's where the monument was, where Cromwell, I believe it was, looked over at the abbey and to make sure that it was actually being destroyed properly, which is one of those things. Anyway, so we followed down a little bit downhill, and then this is a nice little walk all the way downhill. Now what I'm doing at the moment is I'm here at Hayes Fruit Farm. The noodle stuck to the bottom and it was like a gloopy mess and I couldn't get it off, and I thought, oh no. Anyway, revelation of the century. What I've just done is we messed in, I put water in it up to about here, and I broke off flakes of soap from my bar of soap and I put it in the water, put a lid on, put it on the cooker, boiled it, left it, took it off. That's what's happened. It's pristine clean. Now obviously I've got to rinse it out because of the soap, but I thought, God, how easy is that? That's lovely. So I just thought I'd share it with you. All the best, guys. Bye. Right, morning guys. Well, I'm just about to leave the campsite in Hayes, I believe it is, the fruit farm, and I've left it a little bit late this morning. I slept like a log. It was lovely, but that's where I camped. £8 a night, I believe it was. Anyway, I'm making my way to Cheltenham, which is about 15-17 miles, and I've got some big climbs, and today it's going to be 25 degrees. That's where we've come from. That's where we're going. I bet you hobbits live in these here caves. Oh. It's a willow tree. Right. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Oh, out of the sun. Whew. Lovely. Right guys, so we're just entering Winchcombe, So I've forgotten what day it is. I think it's Saturday. Right guys, we're just leaving Winchcombe. It's just coming up to 9 o'clock, so I've made good time to here, but it has been downhill. Now I've got a dirty great climb to go up, so I'll let you know and get on. Just another last look. Or pillbox. Right, first big climb of the day, and we're going up the top of there. If you can see it. And that guy's running. He just hate it when that happens. I could just about walk when he's running up the hill. Anyway. Right, let's crack on. Well, goodbye Winchcombe. And if I come out here, right. We've come from right over there, from when we started in Chipping Cannon. Oh. Just over the crest of this hill, which is the way we're going, and that's going to be the burial mound. Oh. Right, let's crack on. Ooh. Well guys, this is Bellis Knapp Long Burrow. Let's have a quick look round. Look at the views. Maybe I'll get in this place. Huge. It's like a great big tumulus. And it takes us all the way back. Oh, there's enough one. Morning guys. I recognise those acts. Got the pylon, and then there's 3 radio masts to the right of it. Anyway, I'm making my way to those along this path, and doing a little bit of cross country to save some time. So here we go. Whew. That's where we've come from, guys. Sorry about the wind. Well, there they are. Now I've got to go all the way down there to Cheltenham. We're getting there. Are we Cheltenham down here then? Let's get there. Cheltenham Racecourse then. Cool. Right, that's where we've come from, guys. And this is where we're going. And well, I thought we was actually going down to Cheltenham. That shows you how good my map reading is. But we actually go around the outside of it. So getting supplies is being a concern. I've just filled up with water from a sheep butt. That don't sound right, does it? Like, you know, the things that the sheep drink out of, a butt of water. Just drunk out of a sheep's butt. Oh dear, never mind. Oh, there's no let up with the sun. Hopefully be in that shade. Right. Oh dear, you alright, guys? Well, I'm on the, I suppose, south side of Cheltenham now, and well, it's a good job that I filled up at that sheep butt thing, because when I got down to the A40, I think it's the A40, where the pub's shut. It's now curry house, so no water. I'm now in Lynwood Forest, and the sun, oh, I'm going from one bit of shade to the next, and well, I've got about half a litre of water. I've rung up a place about 5-6 miles from here. It's a school, and they lease out these like glamping huts. They're all full up, but so they've kindly said I can put my tent up in this fresh water here. Oh, I'm going to drink myself silly on that. Anyway, catch you later, guys. Let's get moving. I've got salt in my eyes. That crackling sound, guys, it's the power cables overhead, if you can hear it. And the banging is clay pigeon. Anyway, oh, yes. That's where we're going. Right, okay, guys. So this is map time, and excuse the wind. We've got a storm on the way, plus the traffic of the road next to me. But right, so I've done 32,950 steps today, and I have known every one of them. It has been one hell of a slog today. But anyway, we started 8 o'clock this morning at Haley's Fruit Farm. That was a lovely place to stay. So glad I did. I slept like a log. Really nice place, nice people, nice food, and yeah, good. Okay, 8 o'clock we left, and off we went all the way down Cotswolds Way, Okay, now all to begin with was downhill, or mostly, which was quite nice. And then we got into Winchcombe. Wasn't a great deal in Winchcombe. Through Winchcombe, and then you cross the road, and off you go. And it starts going up. And when I say up, yep, it starts going up. So, carry on through, all the way down. There we are. Right, now, Bella Snap is like a really old tumuli that's been restored according to my map, but it's good to see, it's good to get there, but there's not a lot to see, as you'll see on the film. It's a mound with a couple of little like slots in it, but well worth getting there. So we carry along the path. Now what I had to do, because I was running late and there is no water anywhere, you really do need to bring water filtration, some Puri tabs with you guys, because if you can find a trough with water in it, then that's the only source of water you're going to get. Okay, so we come along here, and then we got to this bit. Now instead of going off and all around and up and down and all round there, I took the alternate route. So I come down here. Where did I go? That's it, down here. Then across the fields. It's all still part of the Cotswolds Way, it's just the alternate route. And I'm heading for those three big radio masts. I don't know if you can see them there, but there's, by that peace sign, there's three big radio masts. And then you hit the tarmac and you come all the way down. It's a bit rough on the feet, but you come all the way down the tarmac. Okay, we'll go over the page. Okay, so we'll start back up here. All the way down. I didn't see them Samulais. Anyway, so all the way down to here. Now Colgate Farm, that was going to be one of my bailouts if I couldn't make it. But things seemed to be going okay. I was obviously tired, but seems, you know, they seemed to be all right. It was just no water. And anyway, so I carried on down here, the camping place, and I was heading for this pub. And I thought, right, I'll get all my supplies there if it's open. And guess what? It's shut. It's now a curry house. So I sat down. I had some toffees to eat, which I shouldn't have done because, you know, if you're thirsty, the worst thing you do is eat. But anyway, so I had some food there, as in toffees, to try and get some energy, and I drank the water I had, and then you're off, and this goes up and up and up and up and up, and you go through this woods, and oh dear, I found it really rough going all the way up, and then you come round a crescent. Now here, or about there, was a sheep trough that had water in it, so I utilised that, and I filled up all my bottles, and off I went. And I went down here, all the way down, and when I got to there, I took the wrong track. I went all the way down this hill, all the way down here, all the way into this woods, and I knew there was something wrong, and I actually checked my sat-nav here, and I must have been so near to the actual angle, put me on the right path, and away I went. Anyway, I went the wrong way, and got down into them woods, and I met up with a guy called Brian, who's a retired firefighter, and we had a chat, and I was on my last legs, and he stayed with me all the way back up here, all the way back up, all the way up here, and we had a good old chat, and then for the rest of my journey he helped me along. So thanks ever so much, Brian, and I hope you're enjoying the films, mate. And I made it, just to let you know, I made it. Anyway, so yeah, the pair of us, we walked along here, and away we went, hit the road and come down to this junction. Now, from here, I was absolutely on my last legs today, guys. I don't mind admitting it. I was I was on my last legs, but Brian was still with me, and we went up this path, crossed this road. Now, it all looks quite small on the map. This is a 1 in 25,000 map, don't forget. All the way to the car park, down here, and I'm staying there. I'm camping there tonight. I started 8 o'clock this morning. I got here at just gone 6 o'clock tonight, and I ache all over. So, do myself something to eat, get my head down. See you all tomorrow, guys. Cheers, Brian. You're a star. All the best. Bye. Oh, that's where we've come from. That's where we're going. And it's day 4, Sunday, and we're on our way to Painswick. Oh, guys, we're just making our way through Crickley Wood, I believe it is. Oh, lovely. That's where we've come from. That's where we're going. Now this is still Crickley, I think it's called Crickley Woods, and yeah, it's nice to be in the shade. Yeah, even though it's overcast, it's like nice and cool in here. Oop, he says, as we face a hill. Right, here we go. This is nice. That's where we've come from. That's where we've come from. Oh. That's where we go. That's where we've come from. That's where we're going. Oh, anyone for cheese rolling? Oh, that's one hell of a climb. It really is. So we've come up there. We're going this way. It's, yeah, apparently it's called once a year I think it is to have a cheese rolling competition down that hill. Oh dear. Right. Crazy. This morning, I believe it was 8 o'clock, and we followed the path up here, and then it started raining.
And did it rain? Anyway, up the hill, all the way up here, and that was quite a climb if I remember rightly. And then we got to this point here. Now, you can go straight down to the air balloon, the pub on the road. But I followed the path round, and then you come back on yourself. Now, you get to these trig points, and if it's raining, you can't see a great deal. So, you know, it's up to you whether you carry on with those. So you come down to the air balloon, the public house, and then you walk up like the main road for a little bit, and then you pop into the woods. Now, when you come out of the woods, there's loads of trails, not just the ones you can see here, but there's like game trails, and there's people taking shortcut trails, and you could quite easily drop down, end up on one of these and end up down here somewhere. So what I done is I came right up and I kept to the hill until I got to this viewpoint here, and then I very gingerly kept right to the top of the hill all the way to the end, and then you double back on yourself. You know, you could go into the woods there and you could cross it there, but you go in and come back. Right, so followed it down, and it go up and up and up, and it has been quite a slog for me today, I'll be honest, again. So through the woods, through Winchcombe Woods, over to the next page. Next page. Okay. And we come here on this side, through the woods, and then you go up and down, and oh, it really does take it out of you. You then get to this point. Now, when you come up to this position, this is where they do the cheese rolling. It's a little regular thing they do around here, and God, that is so steep. That really is steep. So I got up there. You then go around the bottom here, all the way around, and you just keep following the path all the way around. Okay, down to the road. It's all ups and downs. It's you know, it is quite a hilly route. Well, it would be. It's the Cotswolds. Anyway, so we carry on down, all the way down. Now, when you get to here, this part, you can see on top of the hill, there's like a trig point. Make sure you keep to the left of the trig point, or you'll end up doing what I done. I went down this path, so the trig point was now on my left. Did that make sense? You make sure you keep to the left of the trig point. That's right. So it will be on your right. The trig point will be on your right if you take the proper path. I went this way and it was on my left. So I messed up a bit, but I think you know what I mean. And I ended up coming down to the road. So then I followed the road all the way down into Painswick. And I'm staying in a bed and breakfast. There it is there. The Troy House. It's the first B&B you come to when you take the Cotswolds Way into Painswick. And it's fantastic. Now you have to excuse the mess because obviously I've been trying to clean things up. But there we are. It's a double bed. I've just had all my clothes washed and dried and brought back to me within the hour. There's all complimentary tea, cakes. There's beers in the fridge. I've had a bath, and I was soaking wet when I got here. And the lady that runs it made me a big bowl of like broth, some stew with toast. Oh, it was lovely. It really was lovely. So anyway, that's it's a really nice B&B. It's £90 a night, but I got it for 70. But I tell you, it's worth 90 quid. It is. It's lovely. Right. I'll be signing off with that, and tomorrow I'm off down to Stroud, I think it is, and a place called King Stanley. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. So all the best, guys. Catch you later. Bye.
We're leaving Painswick this morning, making my way to Stroud, and yeah, this is nice. Let's go and see if we can find the church with the yew trees. There we are, guys. St Mary's Church in Painswick, and it's famed for these yew trees. Now, there's 99 yew trees. They've tried to grow a 100th one. That's the Millennium Clock, I believe, in the... Is that there? But, according to legend, the devil won't let it grow. So they can only have 99 yew trees. Lovely. Well, guys, I've taken a wrong turning just outside of Painswick, just down from the church, and this is a public footpath, believe it or not, and it is all brambles. Isn't that ridiculous? Look, and I've got to go down that tiny little track down here to meet up with the Cotswolds Way. Outrageous. Right, let's crack on. Oh, brilliant. That's where we're going. That's the way we've come. Oh, it don't look steep, but trust me, it is. And it just keeps going. Wow. What can I say? Crack on. Crack on. And we're going up there. That's the way we've come. And this is the way we're going. It's quite a drop down there. Oh dear. Up we go. This is Standish wood. So, there we go. Down one of them two. Right guys, well that's where we're going, down there, and that's where we've come from the woods. That was quite nice coming through the woods. It was nice and cool. Anyway, the rain's on the way, it's due to get here in a couple of hours, so let's keep going. We've come from all the way up there into this vineyard. Right. Well guys, take another wrong turn. Typical. And now walking concrete to Sellerslie, I think it's called. Not too bad a day today. It's lovely walking through the woods. The ups weren't as brutal. Well, they still are, but it wasn't as brutal. So yeah, we're doing alright. Right, there's my signpost over there, is it? Oh, King Stanley, that's it, that's where I wanted to go. But, yeah, can't, I've got to go to Sellerslie. Right, catch you later, guys. Right, good evening, guys. So, Mac time. Today I've done 20,650 steps. And it's been a better day today. I've got myself a bit of a dicky belly. I don't know whether that was because of some mild heat exhaustion, because when the sun was out, or drinking out the sheep trough, or a combination of both. But yeah, I'm somewhat uncomfortable. But anyway, let's crack on. So today, I'll tell you what, let's use this. We came from Painswick, okay, and in there we popped into the church. It's got the yew trees, and they're absolutely lovely. They really are lovely, really well kept. And then you go off into the Cotswolds Way. Now, unless of course you're me, and you totally, because you're absorbed with what's going on here, overshoot where you should have gone, and you walk all the way down the road, and you get to about here and you think, hang on a minute, I'm lost. And I was. So I took this track across and over, and I got to the field. Typical. Right, so anyway, so I picked up my bearings from there. You go to the pub, which is on the hill. Then it's up a fairly steep climb and over, and you go off and around the ridges. Let's just move this over. There we are. And you go off and around the ridges up to Cromwell Stone. Have myself a little breather there, and then you come across and walk down, and then you get to the beacon point. God, it went half windy there. It really was windy, and what with the forecast of rain, I thought, God, I don't want to get stuck up here. But anyway, so you do that, and then you come back down. There is a viewpoint you can go to here, but I was against the clock. I didn't want to get soaked again, so I cut across, come down and around. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Right. Come down through it. Now this was lovely coming through these woods. Out of all the walk, this has been the most, I suppose, relaxing. I really did underestimate how tough this walk is. Yeah, I really did. Anyway, so down here, followed through the woods. You then come down
to like the open grasslands, walk down, come down to Stroud. You can't really see that, can you? There we are. Can you see that? Yeah. So you come down through here, little villages and everything, and this is all Stroud, and you come down to this point. Now, what I wanted to do is go along there and off down there to King Stanley, I think it's called. However, I didn't want to get caught in the thunderstorm tonight in a tent, and the only place I could find where there was accommodation was all the way over this way and down. So that's where I've gone. So I even managed to mess that up. I overshot my turn off. I went all the way to the roundabout, and then I come back on myself and had to walk all the way down this long road. Excuse me. And yeah, it was quite tiring. So get back up to the top. So I've come all the way around here and along, down, and I'm there. I'm in the Bell Public House in Selsley, I believe it's called. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm going to bed. I'm absolutely worn out. And if you want to, like, I mean, I've got a lovely room, but you can see how I've turned it into a laundry room. I like to keep it all dry, but it is lovely. But still, I'm going to bed. Up early, carry on. So thanks for following us, guys. Thanks very much. And anyway, you be good, you be safe, and you keep smiling. I'll catch you later. Cheers. Bye. Well, here we go again, guys. I think it's day 6, is it? I'm not sure. But, oh, the weather's horrendous. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, well. Let's crack on. Right, guys, so I'm in a little village called North Nibley, and it's absolutely chucking it down. There's the monument up there. Now, it's so slippery and slidey in the woods, it's just too hazardous. So, I'm going on the road. I'm actually sitting out of the rain in a bus shelter at the moment, but I should be shooting off the road there down to my next port of call. But this is a nice little village. So I'm sorry there's not a lot of filming today, but it's just too wet. Right. Whew. What's that? There's the monument up there, look. So, away we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with this road now to Wootton on Edge and see what we do from there. Right. That's where we've come from. That's where we're going. Oh. Right. Let's have a little break somewhere. Oh. Right. Oh, that's where we come from. And, well, I assume we go down here. I don't know what's worse, walking on the hills in the mud or the roads, but anyway, if you can see that, we're going to Hillesley, so not far now. So by and large, I wouldn't say an easier day, but keeping out of the rain and the mud is certainly beneficial. Oh, we're off down that way. This will be Wortley then. I think that's what it is. Oh, we're getting there. Well, it's certainly a lot quicker walking on the road than it is battling your way through the woods. That's where we've come from. Oh, it's steep, and that's where we're going. And that sign says Audley, village of Audley. Whoa, cool. If you can see it. Oh, it's steep. There you go. We're going down that way. This is Audley. Nice. It's nice in here. And down we go. What? This is nice there. Right guys, so it's map time, and bit of a short day today. Not feeling too great, I've got to be honest. A bit of a stomach bug, but anyway, map time. So what we've done is we started today around here somewhere, yeah, and the weather was horrendous, and this was like a skid pad in there. It was dangerous. Anyway, so what I elected to do is I came down into North Nibley, and then I just simply took the road, which was quite nice in a way, because I mean, I've seen a lot of woods and a lot of hills, and you know, I haven't actually seen many villages, so it was nice to come through the various villages that I did. So I ended up coming down here into Watton under Edge. Now that's a nice little village, and I had myself a little wander around in there, as you'll see on the videos, and then instead of going back up into the woods and getting all mucky again, etc., I just stayed on the road. So I followed the road down, came all the way down here to Elm Tree. You can't see that, hang on a minute, turn it over. Okay, so can you see that? There we are. Yeah, so I came here from Elm Tree, and then through Ardley. That is a really nice little village, tiny little village. And then I followed this road down, and I'm in this tiny little village here. Can you see that? Called Hellersley. And I've got myself an Airbnb at Lizzie's place, and it's a really nice family home, and I've just had myself a nice bit of apple crumble and cream, which is the first thing I've been able to keep down for days, but there you are. So I'm here today. I'm glad I got to see this. This is Bath. And now I'm making my way down to Bath train station, and that completes this walk for me. And I've met some really lovely people on the walk. And I'd like to say a big thanks to all of them. I'd like to say thank you to Brian, helping me out up and down that hill. Then there was the guy from the Royal Anglers, I think he was at the CAF, good lad. Of course then there was my little Canadian friend. Then there was a couple where the husband lost his hat, 80 years old doing it. It's amazing, you meet some lovely people. And then last but not least, Liz for the Airbnb, who put me up at a minute's notice, and lovely place to stay. thanks for joining me, guys. And there we are, Bath. I've always wanted to come here. Done it.